I'm Shoestring Jane. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things frugal, thrifty and money saving. And today I thought I would pull together some of the frugal things that I have done this week so that you can see the little things add up to make quite big savings. So without further ado, here's what I've been up to this week. More adventures with offal. I'm doing kidneys this time. Not had kidneys for years apart from a steak and kidney pie. So we've got pig's kidneys, which isn't quite what the recipe I'm using asks for. That said to use lamb's kidneys. This is Delia's frugal food. So I am hoping that this will still work. I think it will. So I didn't have the correct amount of dark mushrooms, but I've got some, so I'm going to use that and just see how it works out. I've got the onions, some celery and bacon, just cheaply cooking bacon, frying away, and then I shall add the kidneys. I'm doing some mashed potato to go alongside it, the very tail end of the cabbage, and I'll also do some carrots as well. So that's tonight's dinner. And then for a frugal pudding, whilst I was in Wilko earlier, I spotted this Aunt Bessie's pancake mix. I don't normally buy a mix, but it seemed like a really good deal because it was reduced to 50p. So I thought, well, that's nice and easy. We didn't actually do Shrove Tuesday pancake day, so we're going to do it tonight. Well, here we go, the moment of truth. I don't know why, I feel quite a bit nervous about kidneys in gravy. Why should I be? Liver in gravy is delicious. Why wouldn't kidneys be nice? Well, I'll let you know once I finished it. Aren't you chillaxing? Well, this is Justin trying the kidneys, see if he likes it. You've got so many animals trying to get involved here. You better kick her off. Well, it was nice enough for me to clear my plate, and Justin enjoyed his. The gravy was good, apparently.
It's really nice.
So, yeah, we'd do it again, but I would mix it with some other meat. I think that was, it needed something else. I could see why they mix it with stewing steak. But it was nice and it tasted good. Well, I can't believe it. It's such a lovely morning that I'm considering taking my coat off. Can't quite trust the weather. It's been so cold, even though when it's been sunny. But she likes this. We just met a lovely old lab being pushed in one of those things that you pull along, kids along behind your bicycle, and they were using it as a pram. Taking their old lab along because she had such bad paws and arthritis. Well, she was very confused by that. Dog on wheels, but he did say hello to her in the end, but he was a bit scared. So today is Thursday, and as usual I've done very little filming. I'm really bad at this. I went into town yesterday and had my hair cut finally. I think it's even-ish, but we shall see when I come to wash it myself. She did say that she thought that the woman had gone crazy with the thinning scissors on one side more than the other, and that might be why it's just not sitting correctly. So just best to keep growing it, and it'll gradually sort itself out, hopefully, anyway. And I didn't actually go in the charity shops. I had a day in town without going into any charity shops because A, wasn't in the mood, and you have to really be in the mood to have a good week through a charity shop, don't you? And B, I'm kind of saving myself for Sunday, where I'm hoping the weather will be like this and I can get to my first boot sale of the year. So I'm really hoping that will happen, but if it's a bit wet and drab, I might not bother. We'll see. If it's actually just dull, I'll go, because I'm just desperate to get to a boot sale. That's where you get the really cheap stuff from. But we'll see. Anyway, on my usual favourite walk along to see the alpacas and through the woods, and then home to do a bit of blog writing. Still got my coat on. The good thing about coming out slightly later, because I was a bit late today, is that there's so many dogs out, plus it's a beautiful day. We've met so many people, including an old friend of mine that I haven't seen for ages, and Archie's had a chance to play with lots of little dogs, so he's loving it. Makes you feel like, you know, summer is on its way even. I know it's only spring, but we actually booked a little night away last night. We went crazy because we do put some money aside for holidays or breaks, and we haven't been away for ages, since last summer actually, to Norfolk. And we just thought, let's have a day in London without Archie. My daughter's gonna have him do the honours. And we did a little bit of shopping around and found a reasonable deal on a very quirky hotel in central London, because Justin wants to go to St Paul's. We did have tickets for St Paul's, like a Groupon deal, and I had a really bad neck, so we had to extend it. And then COVID came and they wouldn't let us extend it again, so we never used it and it expired, and he was a bit disappointed. So I think we're going to go to St Paul's and go to the Whispering Gallery. Neither of us have ever done that, so that's one of the things we'll do, and probably look around some free museums and things. Just have a night away and do something different. It's just nice to do that occasionally, isn't it? I don't know what we're going to do, whether we're going to get a holiday this year, so let's just take advantage of what we can do and what we can afford. So it's over my birthday, so it'll be quite nice for me to do something different for my birthday. So that's the plan so far, but I think we will try and get some sort of break. And we do a lot of frugal holidays. We really do shop around, and we don't do the obvious things, and we're prepared to kind of go and stay in quite sort of mediocre accommodation in a good location, because it doesn't matter to us that much about having a luxury hotel or anything. Sometimes we camp, sometimes we'll stay in like little chalets, cheap little chalets, and we always can go out of season now that the kids are grown, so that's good. So we always do that, and we do our best to get a good deal. So we're going to have a little look around, see what we can do, and maybe organise something for some point over the summer. So I'll let you know as we go. So I finally managed to get my electricity company to give us a new smart meter. So we've got the electric one there. We've got this that they condemned because it was so old. And I've already covered this one up with a cat litter, and the gas meter down here. So from now on, I'll be able to see exactly how much we're using and how much it's costing. I'll show you that. So he has left me with this little gadget, which makes it look as if we've barely used anything today. But you see the electric, we've used 11p, and the gas nothing at all, because it's not been on so far today. And it will all eventually catch up with itself, apparently. So that's quite interesting, little gadget. I'll be playing around with that and doing the tutorial. You can do all different sorts of things. So that's really good. It's taken me ages to get this, as I said. So hopefully that will help us to budget and see, you know, exactly what we're using and what things are going to use just far too much. So, and where we can save, and with the bills going through the roof, I think that's more important than ever. So I'm saving some money by dyeing my own roots. I just mix up, I've got a little pot and a brush. I bought these absolutely years ago from Boots, and I've been using them a long time, and I've used half a box of, I've got rid of the box already, of Nice and Easy hair dye. And I say I knew how to mix. You can't mix it in the bottles and then store it, because that's, I don't think it might explode. It's not good anyway. It won't be good to do your hair. But you can mix half of it and keep the other half for the next time you need to do your roots. And I literally just do the roots, and I use half is enough for my hair. But for your average sized head, I would imagine it would be. Obviously, if you're going to do all of your hair down to the roots, you'll need a whole packet or even more, depending on how long your hair is. So although I have paid to have my hair cut this month, as you may know, I had a very dodgy haircut a few months ago and I really needed to get it put right. I think it's just about there now. So I had to pay full price. Well, actually I didn't. I paid half price because I got a recommendation from my daughter for this particular hairdresser and she gave us both 50% off. So next time my daughter goes, she'll get 50% off and I got 50% off. But it would have been £40, which I would not normally pay for a cut and blow dry. So it cost me £20. And next time I should probably just go to the local college, which charges me £7.50 to get my hair cut. But as I say, the hair dye, I've just done this for years. I've got the colour I like, and you could spend such a lot of money getting your hair done. So if you need to save money, try doing it yourself. I think the main thing is getting the shade right and not taking the colour all the way through every time you do it, because it just is so bad for your hair if you do that. It gets enough damage, doesn't it? Anyway, I should get on with it now. Don't need much, just a little bit. And I'll take it all the way around the back. I have to kind of feel my way around the back. I don't really know what I'm doing. So that's more or less it. Okay, so I've got the air fryer out rather than the oven because I think this will cost less to run than the oven. And it's only me tonight for tea, so I am doing a really easy meal because I've been cleaning and doing jobs all day and I just want to do something easy. So I'm just going to have fish and chips. I've used some hot water that was boiled for my cup of tea, just the end of it, to put in a pan of peas. So I'm going to have some peas with it. So I reckon this will take, I'll try it for 15 minutes and see if that needs any more, but I reckon 15 minutes should do. It's only a small piece of fish. If it's a bigger bit of fish, it might take longer. Anyway, let's go. So the water is boiling, so it's just the last dregs that I boiled for a cup of tea, and I boiled slightly too much. So I'm literally just going to put a pan or lid on that and leave it and not bother putting any fuel in and just see if it does it. I reckon it'll be fine. Sorry about the washing machine blasting. My smart meter has gone up somewhat since the heating went on, and it's literally been on for an hour and that's it. I think hour and 10 minutes. I think it comes on at 5. So 81 pence already for the hot water and heating, and £1.10, so I'm already at £2 for the day, which seems like quite a lot considering I've barely used anything. I've got the air fryer on at the moment, as well as the washing machine, but yeah, I haven't actually set a budget yet. That's an arbitrary budget that was set already, but which is sort of about the £2 mark, I think. Anyway, what I'm doing here is, may seem like an odd thing to do. This is a Lush bath bomb, but they're enormous and I don't like having that much bath bomb in my bath. So I'm cutting it into 4 because that is absolutely enough for me to have a bit of that. And I don't have a bath very often, but when I do like to have a bath bomb in it. And I happen to have these left over from Christmas and I'm cutting them into 4. Okay, that didn't work. They're cold. I'm going to put them in the microwave quickly. Not in this pan, hasten to add. So small frugal habits. My daughter actually gave me this thing of Radiance Day Cream from Olay. So I didn't even buy it in the first place. But then having bought it, I'm getting to the end of it. Look how much there is in there when you cut it. There's so much in this bit of the tube as well. So it's not ready to go in the recycling yet, this, is it? It's got loads in it. So I will use the bit from there. And then I'll kind of store it over the top to make another cap for it. So waste not, want not. There you go. Good as new. It's got a top back on it so it doesn't get all mucky. And that's fine, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse into my frugal world. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give me the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video as well. And don't forget also to hit your notifications bell so you know each time I publish something. I aim to do this on a Wednesday and a Sunday. It doesn't always quite work out like that. It depends on the time that I've got, but that's what I aim for. So you can see what I'm up to twice a week if you do subscribe. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you next time. Bye.